What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wes Grant, and you're watching Sub Urban Nerd. Now, I'm gonna take a break from my Defenders episode recap to give my opinion and my quick review on a movie that I watched just recently, this past weekend, named Annabelle Creation. Now, I was really looking forward to this movie because I heard a lot of good things about it. It's directed by, I'm liking his stuff. David F. Sandberg, he directed Lights Out, which I thought that movie was really good. I thought it was really good, like especially for his kind of first time coming, because he had actually made just a short about Lights Out, and then James Wan liked what he did and gave him reins to make a movie, and he did a great job making that movie. So I came into this movie expecting a lot from him. Now, Annabelle Creation, basically the story is about a sister from the church and a group of kids moving into a house that is pretty much haunted, and they get fucked with, and the ghost, does what ghost things do in all these movies that are all the same. They just always just messing with them, picking on them like bullies. But it starts off pretty nice. You see this guy making the doll, which is going to be the Annabelle doll. He's making dolls, and a little note slides under his door, and right off the bat I'm like, that's kind of creepy, but it's probably a game with a little kid. And he opens it up, it's find me. So I'm like, alright. And then you see him go, and I guess he has a workshop where he makes these dolls, and then you see him go to the house, which this is a really big house too. For the family of what they have 3 people. So unless he inherited this house or something, this is way too big for him and his family. Unless they were planning on having the hell amount of kids. Which back in the day, I think this movie takes place in the 1960s or something like that, because they have the old school TV. In fact, I'll bring that up later, but regardless of the fact, they go in a house and you see this family that they love each other. The husband, which is his name is Samuel, and then the wife Esther, and the daughter, her name is B, and they have a really good family. And things go wrong where she dies. I'm not gonna give exactly how she dies, but she dies. And then it jumps ahead to about 12 years later, where you see this sister and these kids are getting brought on a bus to this new house, and the house is the house of the husband or the father. And I guess he wants to just have more people in, and because it's such a big house, it has a lot of rooms, and these girls are ecstatic, they're happy. And this movie, I like the characters in the movie. You really felt like they did, because the 2 main characters, initially I thought they were sisters, but I realized a little bit later that they weren't sisters. They just were so close that they seemed like sisters. The 2 of them were Linda and Janice. Janice had polio, so she's sort of like her, but she was getting better. But she had a limp, she had crutch on her leg. And then Linda, which you would know if you saw Ouija Origins, she was a creepy little girl, and she was really good in that movie. So I expected her to be really good in this, and they were. There's other girls. In fact, there was a black girl, which I was like, oh snap. And the thing is, there was a clique, and the 4 girls were, I guess because they were older, they were more teenager. Meanwhile, the 2, Linda and Janice, they were probably the younger ones out of them. But the black girl was in the clique, and I like that. I was like, yo, I'm really feeling this. Then they get in the house. They see it's real big. They start getting brought around, showing the house, and then there starts coming those moments where you gotta just pay attention to a little bit of foreshadowing, where things are kind of being put out. And understand, if you're those type of people to catch it, you'll know what's gonna happen. But for the people that don't, it's better. But so they go on with the story. They get brought to the rooms. The 2 little girls, and of course I'm like, of course the little girl's gonna choose a creepy room where a bunch of dolls, or a little workshop that the father had inside the house. He chose that one. I'm like, yo, I wonder if that's gonna come back to bite them in the ass, but whatever. And then the other 4 girls, they kind of had their own room, and formed a little clique. But it wasn't too much of a clique where it was really mean to them. It's just they were older teenagers, so that's that's what's gonna happen. So jumping forward, the movie gets kind of crazy. The ghost starts showing himself, starts messing with them, and that's where I'm pretty much going to leave it. I don't want to tell the story, but I'm going to just start putting out the things I liked about it and the things I didn't like about it. Because, this movie had a lot of stuff. So, the good that I liked was the relationship between Janice and Linda. it really seemed like they really love each other, and they even said that if they don't want one, if they don't get one of us, like if they want one of us, they have to get both of us. Basically, they had like a pact that they're not going to leave each other's side. If one of them gets adopted, they're not going to go unless the other one's going to be brought with them. Which I'm like, yo, okay, you can really see the friendship, and that's what the ghosts, the spirit's trying to do, break that up. But the other good thing I like, yo, that spirit you see it, it's legit scary. It looks legit creepy, and like you would be terrified if you saw something like that. You know. The other thing I liked about it, the movie was generally creepy. Like the atmosphere, everything just is perfect for jump scares, which movies like this are just known for. And the other thing is legit scares. Like when these things get you, like yo, you like me personally, I kind of expect these things, but other people, like you could tell they're all getting jumped and scared the hell out of their seat. And then the other thing is, all the relationships with the girls, it seemed real, and they weren't too mean. Like, you know, sometimes they try to exaggerate and make it seem like, oh, like mean girls or whatever. But no, this you could understand this because the teenagers are gonna be like teenagers. They want to hang out with teenagers. They don't want the young ones like being around them. They, you know, they feel like they're pestering them. So, even though that's what was happening, I understood that. It didn't seem too out of place or whatever. It was all good. Now, my bads is, the first half of the movie is slow as hell. It is slow, and you're going to hear this from like all the other reviews. The first half is really slow, not much happens, but the second half of the movie is just amazing. It is, it's just amazing. So I wish the whole movie was like the second half, because the second half had like scares, it had like plot twists and all these things, and then even at the end, like the homage to the first Annabelle movie, everything's just great. Like the second half is just amazing, but the first half is just so slow and nothing happens. Second, to me, a bad was it was predictable. The predictable scares. Like you knew that, oh, she's going over to the room. She opens the door, doesn't see nothing. Turn around, bam, something's there. She goes, looks, nothing there. Goes, looks, nothing there. Looks around, bam, something's there. You know that's what this is. So like it was predictable scares to me. You know. I understand, you know, you gotta have the jump scares, but sometimes it's a little predictable. Like the music, and then you hear the music, and then all of a sudden the music goes quiet. You know something's gonna happen. Blatant foreshadowing. Like, to me, I could see, like, it wouldn't be a bad to other people, but to me, I could definitely see, like, oh, that's gonna come into play later, right? Oh, yeah, that letter? I bet you the ghost's gonna start messing with them with that. And then, like, you could kind of see what's gonna go down before it even goes down with these blatant foreshadows, which I guess the directors put that in there just to help along the people that really appreciate these movies. But it's not too bad. But my one major gripe about this movie was the cliches. My major problem with the Conjuring movie, the first Conjuring movie, was they had these scenes where these girls are like sleeping, and then they hear like a whisper or like a tick, a little tap, and they wake up. They hear the slightest whisper. They're in deep sleep. They wake up. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Then waking up says, did you hear that? The slightest noise. They're waking up. The slightest noise. They're noticing. But yet, when a mom goes in the hallway, all the pictures drop down, tumble down the stairs. No one hears shit. She goes downstairs still, which is, you know, another problem is how they make people so stupid in these movies, but, you know, they always do that. And I feel bad because I have a lot of white friends, and they make white people just seem so stupid. And I know they're not. They just have them for plot point, just to do stupid shit. So, she goes downstairs, gets locked in the basement, she's screaming. No one hears shit. Like, all this stuff. And that's in the first Conjuring movie. And this takes it to a whole nother level. To the point where, like, this little girl, like, literally 8 feet from where she is doors. All these doors. And she's screaming when this thing starts messing with her. Then she starts going down the stairs. And then she's screaming. Then when it's pulling her back up, she's screaming. Then, like, when it messes with her, and she gets thrown. And I hate to spoil it, but, like, people should have heard this. I don't know why. It's like a vacuum of noise. No one hears shit in this movie. And that's one of my major gripes and one of my major problems, which really dropped it down as far as my scoring. And I'll give you my score at the end. But then another scene is when, like, the ghost is pushing this girl and outside and pushes her into a barn. She's screaming. I'm like, scream, girl. She starts screaming. These girls are right outside playing. No one hears nothing. This girl's screaming her lungs out. the other girls playing don't hear. And you could say that, oh, they were playing so loud. No, because when she gets in the barn, whatever, the workshop, and she's banging, screaming, still nothing. But yet, when all of a sudden, when the you know, because all these Conjuring movies, someone's always getting possessed or whatever. So also when a girl is possessed, which, I'm sorry, spoiler alert, that's what happens. Which doesn't make sense, because when it starts, you know, doing its thing, shit should have been gargled when she was, like, you know, screaming. But regardless of the fact, they hear her screaming all the way at the end. So then all of a sudden they run over there and everything's fine. And then by then, like, things just get worse. But the movie gets a lot better. And then, like, someone gets killed, and these people should have been like, oh, let's be out. But they already kind of foreshadowed that they can't leave, because if they leave, the girls are gonna split up. So I understood why they stayed there, even after things just started getting creepy and really crazy. But the whole blatant of nobody hearing shit just really dropped this down for me. It really took it from a great movie, like a decent movie, to just a mediocre movie for me. Like, it was up there, maybe a B+. This is a solid C. A solid C for me, because this movie, second half is amazing, first half is boring, but just the cliches and just people not hearing shit just really killed it for me. It really started pissing me off that nobody was hearing nothing when this girl was screaming for help. When they're 8 feet away, regardless of if you got a door. It's like, you could be you could have like 3-foot brick walls, and you could still hear someone scream. And this, nothing. But this was my review for Annabelle Creations. The movie was good, and I like the way they twisted. You'll see at the end, the way they twisted back to the first Annabelle. It's really, like, you know, it's really good, which is why I hate giving this thing a C, but that's what it is for me. So, if you like my review, West Rants, maybe call it that, but like, subscribe, you know, share, have a Patreon, Kickstarter, Twitter, just, you know, just get myself out there. So for you people that like this, you know, give me a little bit of support, and then tune in for my next thing, because I have daily news throughout the week and reviews on the weekend. So check it out. Talk to you guys later. Had fun, and see you guys tomorrow.